our life. I've been watching it and trying to see what the deal was, but here we are. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How's everything with you?
Good, good, man. Obviously, I was excited about kind of reconvene, pick up part two of our time together. What you been up to?
Uh, just chilling, working. I saw your son not too long ago. He was
Chuck.
standing outside. Yeah,
Yeah. He was probably down at the office. He goes in and out, so he's around there every couple of days. You know,
yeah. I haven't seen him since then. I think he went for a smoke break.
that's usually you can't smoke inside no more.
Yeah,
So what's up, man? I was thinking, it's been a number of weeks since we had a chance to spend some time. I was
yeah.
really excited. I don't know if you had a chance to look back on that first video.
Actually, I haven't. I've been running around like crazy because I've been right now my girlfriend invited me to go to Ecuador, and
Nice.
yeah, so I had to start running around trying to get my passport, my son's passport,
Nice.
and then yesterday was no today's Saturday. Thursday I just finally purchased tickets to travel over there.
Nice, nice. How are things out there in terms of the virus?
Well, they lifted the restrictions in September,
Okay.
so no quarantine going or coming back,
Okay.
and it's not one of the it's not I checked on the C I checked through the CDC. It's not one of the country's restriction areas.
On the red list.
So yeah, on a no-fly zones list. Yeah, so it's good to go.
Okay. Well, listen, when I went over the time we spoke together, you had some very powerful things that you talked about. Folks who've seen it, it definitely resonated for them. And I just wanted to kind of tie up our conversation. I'm not going to keep you a long time today because I know you got some other stuff to do. But I
Yeah,
think one of the things I wanted to ask you, given what you had a chance to see, and given the blessing that you were able to live through this,
yeah.
what kind of advisory would you give to someone who doesn't know about it, or somebody who's going through it, or somebody? What would you say as a COVID survivor?
Well, I mean, the same thing that I was told, not only to myself but to my girlfriend, but like stay home, drink lots of fluids. Tea is mainly one of the first things that I was drinking. She was making it twice a week for me, and it was helping a lot. The only thing that didn't help was because I was taking albuterol. I mean albuterol. I was taking ibuprofen, so it wasn't helping that much.
Right.
But a lot of vitamin C, a lot of vitamin D, from what I was told.
Okay.
It also helps a lot to fight the virus
Okay.
with the alongside with the immune system.
Hmm.
Um, uh, and just stay positive. Don't Nothing negative, nothing don't sit there and think and wonder, oh my God, a lot of people have died, I'm gonna die, or whatever the case is. Nah, just go through it, and you're gonna come out on top. Don't ever think that, oh my God, like, so many people are dying, and I can be next, and God forbid, or whatever, or my girlfriend, or whatever the case is.
Hmm.
It's it's uh it's something that you can't sit there and think, because what you're doing is just putting fear on yourself.
Hmm.
You have to take that fear, and you have to beat it, and then you have to, like, turn it around and make a positive thing out of it.
Hmm.
uh I mean, being quarantined sucked. The first week, not being at work, it was all right, and then the second week hits you, and then you're like, shit. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, you're like crap. Like, I don't want to be here, and then this and that. I was seeing people. I was watching the news. I'm sorry. I was watching the news, and people, couples were like, "Oh, I can't stand being around him. I can't stand being around her. She's always complaining, and she's always this, and she's always that." What My girlfriend was different. She was mellow. She was chill. I mean, we had our moments and everything, but it was nothing that big. Like, something that like, oh, I'll sleep over here and you sleep over there. And then, it wasn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, she's taught me a lot, and she showed me like she's been there through hell and back with me. Uh, but for those that are going through it right now, just like just be cool, be positive. Don't let that fear take over you, because if you do, it's when you realize it's too late. That's what we have that saying. If you think about it, you're already dead.
Mm.
Plain and simple. Uh, it's it sucks. It's like it really sucks for everybody who's going through it. Is I It sucks for those that who have passed away from it. And there's only you can't blame one country for what happened. You
Mm-hmm.
can't say you can't say China is because of China. It's not China's fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's not China's fault.
Right.
You guys, if it started to spread, the first thing you should have done was contain everything. Close down the airports. Everything should have been shut down. You guys waited almost 4 months to shut everything down, and no fly zone. Nobody can get out. Curfew, 8 o'clock. Oh, everybody waited. Not only the government waited, the president waited because he thought, oh, it's just like the flu. We're gonna get through it. Don't worry,
Right.
we're gonna get through it. But it's not. It's not. It wasn't like that. Then he comes and he changes his words around. Oh, it's more serious than what we expected. Oh, what do you think? If the flu takes about 50,000 people a year, and the majority of people that pass away are mostly the elderly, what do you think it's gonna happen when this virus hit? What do
Mm-hmm.
you thought was gonna happen? It was gonna be just like the flu, that
Yeah.
2 or 3 thousand people were gonna pass away.
Right.
No, you got people into the hundreds of thousands, oh, millions, into the million, and you're still sitting there talking about, oh no, it's still the flu, it's still the flu.
Right. You
Nah,
know, I'm sorry, I mean to cut you. One of the things that resonates for
no,
me, one thing that resonates for me, and what I'm hearing, and you'll tell me if I'm wrong, is it sounds to me like it's the power of mind, right? The power of your mind to keep yourself encouraged. Have a good support system, okay, when you're going through this difficult time.
yeah,
And I think also keep yourself informed with good information. That's what it sounds like to me. Just the three things. Just because you always throw a massive amount of information, I want to make sure, since I'm not writing it down, I want
yeah,
to make sure. But that's what I get. And positive mind, positive thoughts.
yeah. You have to be positive all the time. You can't be negative about all the things that's going on. I mean, things happen. We don't want things to happen.
Hmm.
Not in a bad way, and not
Hmm.
in the I mean not in a worse nor in a bad way. We want things to happen always in a good way. We want things to we want to better in things. We want better things in life. Like, now with all this all this thing that's going on, now everybody's lost focus of of, of the COVID-19, and they're paid more to attention of between Biden and Trump, and it's like a give and take. You give COVID, and then you take it away for just a second, and then you give Trump and Biden,
Right.
and then now you're more focused in this, and then not worried about that.
Right.
And it kind of sucks. It, it's sad, not only because of the two things that's going on, but like we're picking one thing. We're picking only one thing to pay attention of, instead of paying attention to both.
Right.
And right about now, like I just found out, Biden just won.
Yes.
Uh, Biden just won. So let's see what that brings to the table. Let's see what he brings to the table, actually, because
Right.
he said that his first concern now is how to beat the COVID. So how to beat the COVID, and I yeah um just I wanna supposedly now he wants to come out with a vaccine, and not for nothing, but just to get into that subject. But I was watching a video the other day that they put up on Instagram. Somebody put it in their story and they posted it. This doctor, I believe it was in UK or Australia. Believe it was Australia because of his accent, and he was saying that this is just a hoax. This is for the government. This is for the government to come and take total control, take total control of you. Like they want to own you, so they want to have you as a puppet. And I wouldn't put it past it. I wouldn't put it past it. He was saying that why is everybody wearing masks and gloves? He's like, this is something that the government is running around with. He's like, you don't see me with gloves, you don't see me wear masks, and it's true. You didn't have nothing. Everybody's over here like sending out their poles with the mics and their phones and whatever the case is. And I read and then I swiped. After I finished, I swiped and I started reading. The government wants to come and wants to destroy all small businesses, all businesses, which is why the Senate and the House stopped all the help. They want to destroy all the small businesses. They want to come and they want to rely. They want the people to rely on the government. So here's the thing. So supposedly the government comes and offers you help. Let's say for instance you have your own business. You know, Dave's racket store, and you start little by little. You have no choice but to start closing down and start selling everything as much as you can. Government comes and steps in, and they say, "Well, hey Dave, since I see that you lost your business, we want to step in and help you. Um, we want to give you assistance, but there will be consequences behind that. So they want to come and they want to give you money, but you got to do what they say, and that requires you to get a chip. If you to get a chip to do what they ask. If you don't do none of what they say, there's no aid. There's no government aid. There's no government assistance. You get nothing. So basically, you're just like dead broke, and you're homeless, and you have nowhere to go. You understand? And I saw that in a video, and a couple of months back, a lady did the same thing, and she came up to me and she showed me, and she was like, "Yo, they want to install chips on everybody, and they want to take control of your life, and they want to tell you what to do. They want to follow you to see what you're doing." And to be honest with you, bro, I believe that. I believe the government is trying to take control of our life. But to be honest with you, nobody can control our life except for us.
Right.
We're you and I are two different people. You and I are people that control our own lives. If you want to go downstairs and smoke a cigarette, you go downstairs and smoke a cigarette. If you want to go and throw a piece of rock at the floor, then you throw a piece of rock at the floor. No matter what. Yeah, it's the truth. You know, you can't have nobody telling you what to do. The only one that can tell you what to do is your own parents, your own mom and dad. You know, picture me telling you, Dave, mind you, and you're just a couple of years older than me telling you what to do. Picture that. Picture me telling you, Dave, don't drink that water. But I'm thirsty. I don't care. Don't drink that.
I would say, sorry, sir.
Don't drink that water. Nah, that's not gonna roll with me. I'm sorry, but I don't mean to say it like this, but the government is not going to control me. I don't care what they say. Oh, we're going to kill you. Okay, then kill me.
Mm,
I'm not going to be controlled by you.
right.
I'd rather be free. I'd rather be free than being controlled by somebody that's manipulative and wants the worst, and supposedly that wants the best for everybody. You want the best for everybody, let everybody be free. That's it. Let them do whatever they want.
You know, that's powerful because I know I grew up, you know, with my dad and my mom making sure that that I was an independent thinker, right? So that this way,
Yeah,
whatever it was that, you know, my upbringing taught me or whatever it was that made sense for me to do that. But I think in that process to also have the ability to receive what others are thinking and run it through the litmus test within my head. And then I think we call it the power of choice, right?
yeah,
But I follow what you're saying in terms of anybody telling you what to do. I've never been a proponent of anybody telling me what to do either,
yeah,
you know. So I certainly understand that. Um, you know, I tell you, I'm just really so pleased to, as I said before, to be sitting with you, you know,
yeah.
virtually. I'm really pleased on that. Um, I'm hoping that we can have an opportunity to kind of put our heads together to do what I think is so important now, in this epic period in time, to see how we can come up with solutions to heal people, because I think that people need to be healed now, right? You made reference to uh, looking at the political situation versus what was happening, the surges that was taking place in terms of the virus. And
Yeah,
I think what's important is to figure out how do we create a healthy balance, right? I don't think anything can be too top heavy in any situation. I think that the one thing which is so important right now is to figure out how do we heal post COVID? And talking with folks like you know, are inspiring me to think like that. And I hope you can lend some things at some point to me that you think will assist in that healing, because I believe that we can get through it. I don't know about the vaccines and this and that, and I don't know the various conspiracy theories and all of that. I just everybody has an opinion about what it is, but at the
yeah.
end of the day, we're independent thinkers, and so based on our independent thinking, then we want to see what we can do to come up with solutions. And I hope you'll partner with me on that thought at some point,
Of
so we
course.
can see if you think of something, say, hey, that might be good, you know, that might be great. It might be, you know, something to think about. Um, just because without the things that you've talked about, um, in terms of being positive, and having a good support system, like we talked about. And also, I think we kind of alluded to the fact of having good information. We have to also think about where did that good information come from? And that good information comes from a couple places, but one place is experience, right? Experience
Of
is the
course.
absolute best teacher. And so, since you know you and I've had a chance to talk with a couple other people on this platform,
Yeah,
and get different senses of, you know, what this whole thing has been about. And many have alluded to, you know, some of the things that you're saying. So there's partnership in it. I think where I'm at in the sole goal of this forum was to celebrate our COVID survivors, right? And so Hercules, you know, you know
but
that
you really want to know something? Like everybody, everybody's talking about vaccine, and the vaccine has been here throughout the whole time. And if like I know what you're saying, you're like, what? Like the vaccine has been here throughout the
I'm
whole
not
time.
disputing. I'm just listening.
The vaccine is you. You're the vaccine. You're
Mm,
the vaccine. Because if you didn't have that positive energy, or you didn't have that positive thought, like, you know what, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna have positive energy. I'm not gonna think negative. I'm not gonna be fearful of this. I'm gonna push way forward. If you don't have that vaccine there, that vaccine right there is what makes you beat that virus. That's
Wow.
what pushes you to being the survivor that you are today. Not only just me, but everybody else.
Wow. Wow.
Not
Well,
only not only just me and my girlfriend, but everybody. I'm just
right.
talking about everybody that just went through it.
You just said something very, very powerful, and I'm gonna definitely need time to digest it. Let me quickly say that. You said, unless my old ears are not hearing it clearly, is that we are the vaccine.
Of course.
And I took in my head, because my brain is like like you know, thinking in my head, I'm saying, so we who are the vaccine have been developing that positive mindset since inception. So
Exactly.
there's certain people who are negative, and then there's people who are positive. And based on the type of vaccine that you are, and this is crazy that we even talk. I mean, whoa, you just hurt my head. But depending, depending on the type of vaccine that we individually are,
Yeah.
lends to the make or the break of what happens, not only in COVID, but in our lives.
Yes.
Wow, I'm ready. I'm ready to take up. If we were in a spiritual center, I'll be ready to take up a offering. And
But that's the thing, you see, because you put it there. You put it right, you put it to me right there. You was just saying that, with all this stuff that's going on and the government wants to come out with a vaccine and this and that, but you're the vaccine itself.
wow,
Without that, without you being that person, if you would have been negative, like then you'd be laying down in bed, not doing nothing, just sitting, suffering. That's what you're gonna do, is gonna suffer, and you can't just sit there and be like, oh, well, I'm gonna feel better in the next couple of days. I'm just gonna lay down. No, get up, move around, pace yourself. Even though you can't go nowhere, you have to quarantine. Move back and forth. Find something to do. Give yourself time. Like you know, like I did. I got up. I was moving around, fever and everything, and I was trying to like I was trying to go through it, with no medication or nothing, but I couldn't. When you can, then you can. I'm not gonna tell everybody that's watching and whoever watches this video. I'm like, yo, if you think you can beat it on your own, beat it on your own. But if you listen, no, if you can't, then take the proper medication that needs to be taken.
right,
Other than that, always stay positive. Always think clearly. Never be fearful of anything, because at the end of the day, fear is the only thing that's gonna kill you.
wow.
The only vaccine that you have is yourself and
Hmm,
that positive mind.
I
That's
love it.
it. Plain
Listen,
and simple.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I know that there's a number of other components that come into to play with that, but I do think from a foundational standpoint, what you've said about us being the vaccine, I'm gonna use that again, if
Of
that's
course.
okay. Eh,
No, that's fine.
yeah, I want to use that again, and I want to have a chance to kind of break that apart because um, there's some powerful thoughts in that.
Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow. Listen, man, let's put our heads together to see what we can do to provide some healing. All right.
Sure.
Let's see what we can do to kind of help some other folks to be able to realize the vaccine that they are.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do to help some other folks to be positive. You also mentioned how and it resonated for me when you talked about how you can't just lay down and cover your head. I remember
Yeah.
when the onslaught of the pandemic took place. One of the things that I was trying to share with my family is let's identify with how to follow the rules,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
life is full of following rules, right? Sometimes we want to, you can bend them, you can't break them, right? Let's follow some rules, but let's also make sure that we're not just laying in our beds, worrying about everything that we see, because that's going to
Mhm.
immobilize us. Let's use this as the foundational piece to be able to come up with new ideas. Let's think about some things that we didn't
Yeah.
see before. Let's look at some things that we've done in the past. So every time we have a chance to talk, it's powerful, man.
Yeah.
I know that your little man is with you.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to tell him to like try to
No.
go
Listen,
for his-
listen. You know how I am about what I like to call the fatherdom, right?
Yeah,
It's so powerful for fathers to take care of what they need to take care of and be in their rightful place. So I'm gonna let you go for now, man. I appreciate you. You know,
with
listen. Go ahead.
more if you want, we can do another one whenever you're ready, whenever you have time. I will give you my time also. So this time I won't disappoint. We
No,
can stay a little bit longer. I know I haven't disappointed you yet, but we can sit down a little bit longer and talk about more stuff. I guess. I mean,
listen,
you
it
know,
doesn't even have to be this platform. You know, as you know, I have the nonprofit, and with that, you know, I'm always looking to identify with critical thinkers. So even if it's just a forum of catching up with me or with some of the other partners, so that this way we can think about this resident thought of
yeah,
healing. You know, I'd love the opportunity. I got your perspective about this. I'd love to get your girlfriend's perspective on this whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
sure,
I'd love that. You know, pitch it to her. She'd be like, I don't know, Dave, but pitch it to her anyway, you know, and I'd love to spend a few minutes in a similar type forum with her as well.
sure.
But listen, like I said,
I'll talk to her and I'll ask her.
yeah, you ask it. And this way, if she says no, it's all good. I'm just throwing it out in
All
the
right.
universe. It's all good.
Okay.
Listen, all the
Okay.
best to you, man. Peace and blessings. And we'll
Thank
talk
you,
real
man.
soon.
Thank you.
Take
Yes,
good
we
care.
will.
All right, brother.
You too, my
Peace.
brother.
All right. Be
Peace.
safe out there.
You too, sir.
Later.
Later.
All right now. This is always crazy. You never know how to. You feel like, listen. I'm a part of a Latin family, so I know we kiss 85 times before we leave.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, bye, bye. Bye. I'm looking for N. Yo, be good, man.
You too, my brother.
Peace.
Peace.